Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading. So this is just going to be a timeless reading. Let's see what is coming towards you in regards to love. So this is going to be more so geared towards single people, people that are not attached, people. I just kind of want to clear your mind from any attachment to a person, place, or a thing at this moment. Kind of clearing that and just allowing what's meant for you to come in for all of us. Let's get the general energy. And I will expand as much as I feel drawn to, but always be open to blessings from the universe. It might not play out exactly like this, but let's see what's going on for Taurus in regards to love for singles. Achievement. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It's often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Archangel Raphael, feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. And let's get one more. Think global. You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. Beautiful. Gosh, I love these cards for you guys. So I'm going to leave these kind of crowning this entire reading. I'm going to try to set it up so you guys can see the cards this time. And let's work with this deck today. Okay. What are the messages for Taurus in regards to love for singles? What is coming towards them? Please give me a simple Celtic cross for my Tauruses. Think global. This is talking about a move. You know, I do readings for Tauruses all the time. There consistently has been a theme with you guys about moving, about relocation. I mean, the Think Global card in regards to love, this can be somebody from, outside of where you are from. So there's a different aspect or element to them that makes them different. It can be racially different. It can be the different nationality. But I mean, there's something here significantly different, I feel, with the Think Global. Or this can be somebody, again, just simply at a distance from where you are or where you were. If you're thinking about moving, you're thinking about changing things up. I mean, I've done readings all 2019 about kind of this pivot energy. I know it's kind of getting old to hear, but something on the other end of this rainbow, this pot of gold for a lot of you, it is relationship, long-term commitment, stability, happiness, joy. Let's see. 5 of Wands first coming out. So this is talking about inner conflict, conflict with self, conflict, is it coming? Is it moving forward? I feel like, and I've been experiencing this too, you guys know I'm a Taurus. Sometimes in the day I'll just find myself kind of having this upsurgence of out of the blue, for no particular reason, just it's like a little bout of anxiety, and I have no reason to have it. There's nothing really bothering me. There's nothing troubling me. And it's like this inner, it's like this energy that I have to sit back and take a break and let it pass. And it's not typical for me. The 5 of Wands is looking like this. It's like wanting to move forward, but not being able to go anywhere, not having, if it's a person, being able to channel your energy towards that of another. And it's this uncomfortable feeling. It's helping or hindering this for Taurus. 2 of Cups, yeah. This is to me, This is a soulmate connection. I feel like two people kind of ending very big cycles in their life. And there's that in-between phase where we're releasing what was and we're going towards something. We know, I feel like there, spiritually even, you know that there's like this cord connecting the two of you, bringing the two of you together. Maybe you don't know who this person is whatsoever. And therein lies the anxiety, that feeling, that bubbling to the surface. I know this is what I want, but I see nothing. I feel nothing. I have no one. That's what this feels like to me. Because this is helping or hindering. I mean, hindering because I feel like there's a veil of not seeing yet for some of you, but helping because you haven't given up. I feel like even if you say you have, even if it's been years and years, something deep, there's like a little seed that says, maybe. Two of Cups is healing coming in. For you guys, I remember there was a message a few months ago, and it's like, yeah, we're going to do some spiritual growth here. People are like, yeah, I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Let's move this energy along. But what it entailed was, I gave this analogy of kind of like a gold sifter kind of coming up through the energetic body, kind of catching some stuff and bringing it up to the surface, right? So we can witness it, we can look at it, we can deal with it, we can release it. Much easier said than done. And I feel like now we've done so much release. Gosh, I feel like I had this in one personal reading. Interesting. And it's like there's these spaces now to fill, and it's a testament of your will. It's a testament of your faith, of what you're going to fill it with. What are you going to fill these holes that are now empty and open? Are you going to fill it with doubt, fear, worry, more of the same stuff we just, are releasing? Because in order to make space for the new, we have to release first. Because again, going back to that message where we're at the end of a really, really big cycle, you feel it. You're here because you feel it. If you've been following me, it's because you've been resonating with this energy over the last year of change, of release. 5 of Wands, a little bit of pining, a little bit of that uncomfortable energy. I mean, 5s to me, we always kind of like to move through them, especially in the tarot deck. 5 of Swords, let's get out of this. 5 of Wands, it's like let's move out. 5 of Pentacles, did I say 5 of Swords? 5 of Cups, yes. We want to kind of move out of this energy, but it's here for a reason. It's here to shift. It's almost like kind of being at the edge of something and saying, no more. Okay, if I haven't been going out, I'm going to get myself out because I can't stay in this feeling of discomfort anymore. I'm not going to wait for the love of my life to break down my door while, I'm enjoying a movie in my Snuggie on my couch. Because I haven't been getting out and I've been hoping for this love to come along, right? I mean, guilty as charged here. Maybe not in a Snuggie, but a girl can only wish that comes into her life at some point. Is that what they're called? I hope that's what they're called. I think you guys know what I mean. Ace of Swords in the subconscious. This is about somebody wanting to communicate. I feel like telepathically. I feel like two people are praying for the same thing. Praying for, the sword of truth in the subconscious. I only want what is really real for me. I only want what is truthful and honest and is pure and is transparent. I want this a highly evolved, spiritually in touch relationship. Ace of Swords that has growth potential, excellent communication. I feel like a lot of you have been holding out for this. Whoa. 9 of Cups flying out. This is the wish come true card. So in the position of the past, it's telling me that this has been a seed planted for a long time. I mean, this can be a lifetime. This can be even be back to childhood. You know, I'm praying to meet my soulmate, the one, and it's been so long I'm having doubts. But there's still this subconscious knowingness that my truth is that I deserve love, that I'm bringing it in, and that my wish will be fulfilled. What flew to the ground was the 5 of Swords. Well, I put it back in the deck not even thinking. I normally would have just taken that out, but if it comes back out again, it is meant to be. But the 5 of Swords, let's just touch on it for a second. Again, another 5, that energy that's really uncomfortable, that mental, internal, self-conflicting energy where we're like, am I going crazy? Is this coming in for me? Is faith like a rational thing to have? Because circumstances of the past would say no. It would say, you know, my old patternings keep repeating. The wrong one keeps coming in. Yet I have this seed that I know my wish is coming true. As irrational as it may be. What's in the current energy for Taurus? The Lovers. Ooh! The Lovers is a path opening. I mean, the Lovers is the choice card, and I often think of kind of like that split in the road. Ooh, and as I say that, the bottom of the deck is the Taurus. This is somebody that is bringing in abundance, highly fertile energy. This is somebody that is, I feel like you've gone through that surrender. Maybe you've given up. You've returned back into your power. I mean, it's not a linear kind of growth that we go through. We circle and spiral back and forth towards, you know, kind of self-realization of what we deserve. So if you feel yourself occasionally dipping, that's okay too. The Lovers is something opening up here. This feels near. This doesn't feel far to me looking at these cards. This is a seed planted of a wish. It's near. If you haven't already received communication from this person, it's near. It can be tied to a move. It can be tied to a trip. It can be tied to many things, but this is a path opening up. It's like a choice. I can stay here, I can go there. This is an angel, though. It's almost showing me, you know, the beginning of this reading, I was talking about that shortening of the cord, that universal connection that you have always had with this person, because I feel like what we're talking about is big. This isn't just like a crush and we're kind of questioning if they'll call us back. This is somebody you will not be consulting a tarot reader about. You won't, because you'll know how they feel. I mean, I feel like whoever's attracted to this reading, who's coming here, is really looking for the one. You know, the one for them. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be the most handsome, charming, most abundant person in the world, but the perfect one for them. The Lovers and the 2 of Cups, and that's what this is saying. Two soulmate cards. I mean, Lovers isn't always about love, but on top of the 2 of Cups, it's very indicative of a perfect union. I mean, what is perfect? But you know what I mean. Especially here with the Emperor, big cards showing up for you guys. What's in the near future for Taurus in regards to love? What's in the near future for Taurus? Three of Swords. So I've been feeling this for Taurus, and it doesn't necessarily have to be true. Actually, I want to kind of clarify this. You might have two options. The Lovers is also about two. And this can be an internal struggle. Let me clarify this. Three of Swords. I don't necessarily feel horrible energy with this. This can also be talking about the release of swords in the heart. You know, very concentrated energy towards healing the heart, hence the long period in between. I feel like the past significant relationship and what's coming for you. And we have been doing massive heart-opening work. A lot of you, I feel like, have been finding out that you are some sort of healer or some sort of, or even if it's just a side passion of working in kind of the healing, occult, spiritual, whatever under this umbrella. I feel like you have done a lot of self-work, and in the process you've found some sort of passion here. It can just be helping others. I mean, there's many capacities that this can kind of fill, like life coach or Reiki, right? Or whatever it is. Three of Swords. Please clarify this for me. Actually, let's keep going and I'll clarify with another deck. How about that? What's in the position of power for Taurus? What's in Taurus's power? Eight of Cups. Okay. So it's saying to me, I feel like in the past, you've been faced with many decisions in your life. And I feel like I'm being drawn to say you've always managed to make the right decision. Even if initially you didn't, you've always managed to make the right decision. So if something kind of felt like okay or just enough, your soul would not let you settle for it. And I feel like if you've been feeling melancholy or a little bit down lately, or just kind of, again, this, it feels like almost like I want to say a recalibration. So we are tuning into a different frequency, not to sound too out there. My Aquarius moon coming through. But you know, it is, because we're going back to that message where we've been doing this massive spiritual work. Things that once kind of made us say, hey, this will work for me. You know, maybe it's a guy and he looks good, he's got a fancy car, you know, all this stuff that doesn't really matter. You know, once what we might have once said yes to, it's not so important. So it's like we're recognizing when something's just the Eight of Cups, it's not emotionally fulfilling anymore. I feel like we're going into this phase where, or this era, this feels big, where we are looking for emotional intelligence. This is the new, dang, that's hot, right? I was talking to somebody about, what was that show, like Outlander. Such a good show. I mean, it gets a little much. Don't watch it back to back. It gets a little much, in my opinion. But, you know, it's like this beautiful love that crosses oceans thing, like with this thing, global card. You know, this is, you know, epic love. It's not the Eight of Cups. If somebody feels like, meh, you know, good enough for now, it's not your one. And I feel like if you look back to your past and the people that you have released and let go of, it's always been for a reason. And we are coming up, I know this is supposed to kind of be a timeless reading, but we're coming up on another Mercury retrograde, and it's in Scorpio. It's the deep, you know, subconscious, all of this stuff kind of great. I keep referencing in my videos horrible movies, but what's coming to my mind is this Adam Sandler movie with that remote control. He just like kind of fast forwards through certain, you know, phases of life. I'm just giggling because, Tauruses, unless you have heavy water placements, deep emotions, it's something we have to consciously kind of work on, work through. Even though we do have this side of emotions, it feels like, gosh, I've been doing the work and how much more can I do? But it's the heavy focus on the heart space that I feel like is this last push, this tail end of the work right now. I feel, next year, a lot of you are already partnered. Page of Cups, pages are messengers. This is a message of love. I feel like, this person, whether you know them already or not, this person is thinking about how to come forward, how to step forward. I feel like this is going to be playful at first, but immediately it's not. It's like a love connection. Immediately, there's going to be communication about this, and I feel like it's immediately there's undertones of love, and then it moves really fast. Interesting. Hence the focus on this Three of Swords. Again, I'm really itching to clarify that. Because when this comes in, I feel like you're going to have to be really ready. Really, really ready. And then there, again, interesting. This is the man with the world in his hand. Page of Pentacles. This is the man with the world in his hands. Waiting. Looking out at the future. I feel like this is both you and your partner kind of just sitting here waiting, manifesting. Again, we get world, think global right on top of one another. Definitely could be somebody at a distance. Or they were at a distance and this gap is closing. I feel like the stars are aligning. This feels like it's meant to be. Let's clarify some of these cards. Specifically that Three of Swords. What is this Three of Swords here? Why is this Three of Swords here for Taurus? Three of Pentacles. This can be a work opportunity for some people. The Three of Pentacles is somebody willing to build a stable foundation. They're willing to work together. Three of Swords. Somebody here could have their heart closed. Some of you, this can be somebody surrounding you in a work connection. It could be surrounding a work move. It could be surrounding something. It's talking about building. Three of Swords with Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Clarify this one more time, please. Two of Swords. Yeah, it's talking about the heart space. The near future. And I feel like this is, give yourself a few weeks. Really focus on this heart space. Because again, I'm going back to that message where our growth is kind of like a spiral. Sometimes we dip and sometimes we're feeling like, oh my gosh, I've done all the work. And it's like, sure, are you sure? I feel like we're kind of at that dip right now. We're releasing a little bit more and a little bit more. But I feel like what I want to say is don't expect the patterns from the past to repeat again. Because moving forward, it feels like this is something you can trust. And initially, I feel like there will be a bit of work for them to get through to your heart space. So you take responsibility for your heart, the lessons you learned in your past, the perfect situations that you brought together with another. You have your story, they have their story, and you kind of make this perfect Tetris, fit together. And we have to kind of play out the scenario. Somebody gets hurt, the other person gets hurt, or they play the victim or the perpetrator, however this is. And this is a pattern that we are meant to break, I feel here. So again, to me, when I'm talking about karma, I just feel like it's life lessons. Take responsibility for life lessons of the past and what they have been essentially there for you to do is to self-realize that, yes, I'm still worthy of love. Yes, I'm worthy of the 10 of Cups, because essentially we're going 8, 9, and the next is the 10. You being open and receptive is your responsibility. Don't expect somebody to save you. Expect them. Whoa. Yeah. And as I say that, look what fell out. Expecting somebody to save them. Don't expect anybody to save you. If you have been going through a heartache, I feel like this is going to talk to some Tauruses. If you have been going through a recent breakup and a recent heartache, don't expect somebody to save you. Expect the universe to make you, force you to deal with stuff. And if they've been placing, people that seem like not a perfect match in your pathway, it's because you're avoiding the healing and you need to focus on it. I feel like mostly, though, what I'm talking to is a lot of Tauruses that have been single for a long time. And we're learning to open up again. This is like, am I ready yet? Look at her hands. There's still this big X across the heart. I mean, this is get ready. This is get ready energy. Why is this 2 of Wands in the outcome for Taurus? Why is this 2 of Wands in the outcome for Taurus? Ace of Wands. I feel like, again, going back to that message that this is an immediate love connection. I don't feel like this is... I feel like they will even make small attempts to let you know that there is a love interest. This is not like beating around the bush. I feel like this person has the eyes to see who you are. And I feel like you will see it as well, but you have this rational holdback. And sometimes love is irrational. Ace of Wands, strong magnetic connection. I feel like you will find this person very attractive. And as I say that, the Lovers, the Lovers card, look at this. In the background, they have this like volcano that's about to explode. In this card, it is exploding. 2 people being brought together. This is a conscious choice 2 conscious people make to kind of go down this path with truth, with clarity, with love, equal reciprocity, This is beautiful. Sexual connection that has the potential for growth, especially those of you that are wanting a family. I feel like I'm being drawn to say it's not too late for you. What is this fast movement that they need to know? This is also travel. Somebody traveling closer to you, traveling closer to somebody else. Whoa. 3 of the Cups wanted to fall out. This can be in a community setting that you meet them. So get out, enjoy yourself. Do things where you will meet people that you like. Go volunteer and meet nice people that volunteer. Or go drink if you like to meet people that drink. Whatever it is for you. Although I don't suggest the latter. Gosh, again, focus on that heart. Again, when I see this card has been like the Taurus card lately. Every time I do a reading, I keep getting this card for you guys. And it's kind of developed this new meaning for me as of lately, especially for Tauruses. And it's talking about, Uranus and Taurus. I feel like, again, this man has a foot in both worlds between the old and what happened there, And this new world where we're supposed to have this huge shakeup, right, in all of our pentacle energy, our relationships, our money, where we live, what we do for work, right? But it's almost like I don't believe it. So I'm creating this block in receiving again. It's moving fast. The universe wants you to know that you need to be able to receive. Clear your mind, clear your heart, so you're an open channel to receive love. Go to sound healing, go to a float tank. That's my latest thing that I love doing. I swore up and down I hated ecstatic dance. And the lady, a woman, girl that I'm sharing a villa with here in Bali, she kind of was like, it's really fun. Let's try this one. Give it one more shot. And I loved it. I guess the music was a lot better. There was 150 people. So it was really fun. The last time I did a static dance was in a rural river jungle village in Peru, and it was this Russian lady with this Peruvian shaman husband, and she played the strangest mix of music. So it was like Russian ballet to Michael Jackson, and then it went off on the strangest, anyways, combination of music, and it was 6 of us, so it was very uncomfortable for me, who was a little bit more reserved. Anyways, interesting that message came up, though. I just kind of want to bring you to the idea of play and having fun and dancing and what it brings out. It actually kind of moves the energy, shifts, and you kind of get that rush of endorphins when you're having fun doing something silly. Do something outside of your norm. I would invite you to challenge you to do something that you wouldn't typically do and expect to have fun. The Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, again, going back to that message, everything in the past never worked for a certain reason, because you have always known in your heart of hearts what you deserved and what you wanted, and it's been nothing less than, I feel like I'm being drawn to past lives. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been drawing in this person that you've known and you've had this dance with over many lifetimes. So dance. Bring in the dance once more. Law of attraction, bring in what you want. Interesting reading this is turning out to be. What is this Ace of Swords in the subconscious for Taurus? The King of Swords. I love the King of Swords. Ace of Pentacles is bringing in a new beginning. Some of you guys can be working with this person. Some of you guys can be moving to a new home. Some of you guys can be getting a new job. Some of you guys, this is all about the shift, though, that's going on for the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, for this newness that is coming in. The King of Swords, this is somebody that only speaks truth, I feel. They're very much beyond any BS, very much in their integrity. I feel very aligned, very spiritual, very open, and you need to kind of, not to sound harsh, but I feel like level up and open up. And I'm speaking to myself, I'm speaking to you guys. When these cards come up, especially in regards to this focus on, look at all this cluster of heart closed right here. It's like I'm defensive, I'm not sure if I'm ready. Decide you're ready, even if you're not. Because it moves you towards that energy of being open. In my opinion, our entire life is to live from the heart space. This is the goal, to be able to, despite all these, breaks and cracks in our heart and betrayals and and all of this stuff, our goal is to, again, self-realize that we are love. We've always been love. It's only been a tool to get us to learn, to grow, to move to different places, to be free. You know, if a relationship was lost, I mean, looking back at it, especially if it's like a long time ago, a relationship, I feel like, you know, something that once seemed like a massive tower moment, it really actually makes sense right now. And there's more of a sense of gratitude towards that. Apply that to your heart space now, especially if you're in the spiral and kind of a lower dip right now of insecurity or, you know, that unsure type of energy where, you know, it has been so long, so I'm not sure if this is coming in. Again, going back to this card here that's for you about achievement. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It's often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. We often look for the outcome. When's it just going to get here? We don't stop to look at all the beautiful things that transpired despite having maybe, you know, the true love of your life. Or maybe you did and it just wasn't meant to be for a long period of time. There's no lack here. This is, again, a realization of there's no lack. Hence, this man is holding on to the past, holding on to ideas of the past, holding on to I feel like ideas of what was in this tangible world. Because if we tap into our divine self, our spirit, our essence, it's unlimited. There's no lack. Nothing ever passes us by. What's meant for us never passes us by. It's coming in. I feel like you're not going to question if they're attracted to you with these cards. I feel like this is somebody you can ask a question to and they will just outright tell you in the most loving, kind way about how they're feeling, what they want, how they want to move forward, and that they are attracted to you. And it feels like any of this heart issues that we're dealing with or inner conflict, it slowly subsides, but I feel like you got to get on the train. You know, when this comes in, you got to say yes. This is not far. All right, I think that's all I have. This is a super long reading. I mean, I usually do like 20-minute readings, 15-minute readings. Let's keep going. Let's see. If you guys have made it this far, I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for all your support. You guys are really lovely. I think I got a donation the other day, and I stopped asking for donations. I don't know why. I mean, it's nice to be able to support people that, you know, add some sort of value or help or whatever. But it totally made my day. So, anyways, I'm not asking for that, but you know, if you have the chance to do this to somebody else, especially when I'm talking about going out and meeting somebody and doing the things you love, go and make somebody's day. Go and help out. Ooh, the medicine woman. Look at this card coming out for you. I mean, this is the Empress in this deck. But look at this river, this movement, this stream into her heart space. Ooh, this is a wise woman. This is a self-realized woman. Gosh, this is a beautiful card. Let me read this. Intuition. In essence, it means soulfulness, your female component, initiation, healing, love for mankind, prophecy and clairvoyance, visionary power. Yeah, I feel like this is a message for some of you. There has been an enormous spiritual transformation for some of you, and I feel like what you're attracting now, you've not needed this path on your own, and what you're attracting in now is a component to add a layer. They're not like a solution, they're not a band-aid. They add a layer of support for you as you go down your path. I feel like you are very powerful. You have self-realized. You are awakening. Expect really beautiful energy to come towards you. It says in inner message, medicine woman symbolizes your feminine powers, the soulfulness within. By flooding you with intuition, she initiates you into her many mysteries. Among other things, she can start and accelerate healing processes. Once you submit to this energy within you, you will also be healed. Holy comes from healed. Wholeness is revealed through healing. Initiation in this case means to be introduced to your healing powers. Ooh, yes. These spring from the deepest and highest dimensions of our consciousness. Relax deeply. A miraculous healing knowledge will arise spontaneously. The more playful and flexible you are when receiving intuitive insights, the more accurate your forecasts will be. The more silently alert you become, the more directly and clearly your intuition speaks to you. The outward manifestation. Intuitive powers can affect your daily life only when you give them enough room to unfold. What Medicine Woman stands for cannot be forced or conjured up. To let her affect the course of your daily life, you must first recognize your negative thought patterns and consciously let them go. Only then it will be possible to drink from the well of intuitive wisdom that is seamlessly connected to the source of all life, wherever it manifests in the universe. The wisdom that arises from the ground of all being is limitless and eternal, indescribable beyond words. To wake up to it, a lot of attention has to be directed within. To be healed internally, love needs to be found within. Your path is to follow your intuition. Yeah. Again, I'm feeling this need for support. So again, if you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, awakening these abilities, I want to say kind of go with this. It doesn't necessarily need to mean that this is going to be your life path and work forever, but it's always going to be very helpful in your money. When you really know yourself, you really trust your instincts, your intuition, and you can make decisive decisions with no questioning and just like this pure inner knowingness. So I invite you to kind of do things that facilitate this, your awakening, whether it's doesn't need to be strictly female women's circles. Maybe it's like a sweat lodge. Maybe it's, I feel like a group. I want to say put yourself in a group setting. Maybe it's trying out a static dance. Hopefully you find a really good place for it. Maybe it is yoga for you. But I feel like I want to speak when I'm there. So maybe it's like a weekend retreat or a weekend growth seminar or something like this. Adding this layer of facilitation, especially in regards to your heart center. And again, with Tauruses, I'm being brought to my throat and speaking. So speaking your truth, because you are going to be attracting in somebody very, I feel like forthcoming. No problem with speaking their truth. So make sure you don't either. And know that this heart-closed energy is not your truth. It feels like a scar from the past. So, beautiful, beautiful reading, Tauruses. If you like this reading, please do like, subscribe. It helps out the channel in a small way, so I really appreciate it. All your support, and I wish you guys a beautiful next few months. 2 of Cups, double lovers, Ace of Wands. Lovely, really lovely. New chapter here. You deserve it. All right. Thanks, Taurus.